नमस्कार सभी पल पल के सुनने वालों को मेरा फिर से नमस्कार। तो आज का प्रोग्राम पहले पिछले प्रोग्रामों से थोड़ा सा डिफरेंट है। पहले तो आप एक आर्टिस्ट, एक कलाकार को सुनते हैं या दो कलाकारों को सुनते हैं। आज के प्रोग्राम में हमने एक क्वायर ग्रुप को बुलाया है। हमारे इंग्लैंड में इसका बहुत रिवाज है। हर शहर में कई क्वायर ग्रुप्स होते हैं। चर्च क्वायर्स तो बहुत ही यहाँ पे मानी जाती हैं, मशहूर मानी जाती हैं। तो इसी तरह कुछ साल पहले हमारे शेफील्ड, रॉदरम, ये दो टाउन साथ साथ मिले हुए हैं। यहाँ पर एक क्वायर ग्रुप बना था जो तीन बड़ी ही सुलझी हुई लेडीज ने मिलकर बनाया था। रूपाश्री तिवारी जी, स्नेह सोनी और शारदा राव जी ने। तो इन तीनों ने कुछ शायद मैं किसी प्रोग्राम में म्यूजिक कंडक्ट कर रहा था तो क्वायर ग्रुप में, तो वहां पे आई थी, उन्होंने वहां सुना था। तो रूपा जी को लगा कि हमें अपने शहर में ही क्यों ना हम लोग बनाया जाए क्वायर ग्रुप। तो इन लोगों ने ग्रुप बनाया जिसको रॉदरम संगीत एंड क्वायर ग्रुप कहते हैं। और ये लोग अब चर्चेज में, पार्क्स में, आउटडोर और इंडोर दोनों तरह के प्रोग्राम ये क्वायर ग्रुप को लेके जाती हैं, करते हैं। और क्वायर ग्रुप की एक और खास बात ये है कि जितनी हाउस वाइफ्स हैं, इसमें आदमी भी हो सकते हैं, पर अनफॉर्चुनेटली इस समय कम हैं जो सामने आए हैं, पर धीरे धीरे वो भी आने शुरू हो जाएंगे। एंड वो हाउस वाइफ्स वगैरह जो है सभी प्रोफेशनल म्यूजिशियंस भी नहीं है, पर इन लोगों ने इकट्ठे होकर सबको म्यूजिक ट्रेनिंग दी। कुछ म्यूजिक टीचर्स जो थोड़ा म्यूजिक जानते हैं वो आते हैं और वो इन लोगों को थोड़ा गाने सिखाते हैं, ट्रेन करते हैं कैसे सुर में या ताल में चलना है इकट्ठे मिलके। तो इस तरह ग्रुप ये बनता है और उसको परफॉर्मेंस का रूप दिया जाता है। तो मैं ज्यादा ना बात करते हुए बुलाऊंगा स्नेह सोनी को, जो मेरे साथ आज इस प्रोग्राम में रॉदरम क्वायर की रिप्रेजेंटेटिव हैं और वो सब बताएंगे इस बारे में। स्नेह जी नमस्कार।
नमस्कार भैया, कैसे आप?
मैं बिल्कुल ठीक हूँ। एंड यू फील फ्री टू टॉक इन हिंदी, इंग्लिश, उर्दू, गुजराती, वट एवर यू वांट। मिली जुली भाषा में आप बोल सकती हैं जी।
कमलबीर भाई वैसे तो मेरे राखी भैया है, and thank you very much for allowing me to co-host the show with you today. The Palpal India program is doing a fantastic work this week with the music programs, and I have joined almost every week. And Palpal India is blessed that there are so many great singers who attend and support the group every week. And this week, people in general will know, and in particular, singers will know and appreciate the importance of keeping your lungs healthy and increasing your breathing capacity. So you mentioned, Bhaiya, that we have Rupa Shri Tiwari ji, we have Sharda Rao ji, and myself. Now, Sharda Rao, who is our treasurer in the group, is also an accomplished yoga and a tutor. And she is also a breathing expert. She teaches breathing exercises. So to start our program, we would like to invite Sharda Rao, who, although is part of our Rotherham choir, but today she's going to talk about her work in yoga and her work in helping people to breathe. And I'm sure the singers will appreciate the work that Sharda will teach us today.
Absolutely,
So,
yes.
welcome, Sharda ji, and how are you?
Namaskar. Your mic is mute, Sharda ji. Please switch your mic on.
Namaskar.
Great. Namaskar.
Thank you so much for inviting me to your show. I'm honored to be part of the Rotherham Sangeet group. I've been teaching yoga for the past 17 years and have 2 diplomas. One is the British Wheel of Yoga for 3 years training and Iyengar certification for 3 years, in total 6 years. And along the way, I've picked up some specialist certifications, which has really helped me to understand the true spirit of yoga.
Right.
Sharda ji, thank you for that. Can you please explain to the audience what the importance of the Om breathing is. And you have a lot of expertise about, you've done a lot of qualifications, but in particular, if we start with the breathing techniques and with particularly the Om, that the singers in the group would appreciate your understanding.
Okay. In yoga, we call these different breathing techniques pranayama. Prana means the life force, and yama means the extension of this life force. It's a conscious awareness of the breath, the life force that both energizes and relaxes. In yoga, the inhalation is energizing and the exhalation is relaxing. There are many different breathing techniques, but due to time limitations, I might just pick of the few very popular ones. The most popular ones you'll find in the yoga sessions is the Ujjayi breathing or the oceanic quality of the breath. This is known more as the ocean breath. So it's a nice soft inhale and a soft exhale. And as you continue with this breathing techniques, Ujjayi breathing or victorious breath, you'll start to hear the sound of sa as you breathe in and hum as you breathe out. So this continuous rhythmic quality of sa and hum in Sanskrit, which actually means I am that. That being the universal energy. So it's kind of identifying oneself with the universal energy. So this so hum breath is the most popular one. You could use it as any form of meditation as well. Just chanting this oh hum and then breathing in and out, soft, subtle, and smooth. Apart from that, so hum breath and ujjayi breathing, another very popular one is the Brahmari breath. In Brahmari breath, what we normally do is we shut off the sensory organs, the ears. We shut the ears off. We close the eyes. We close the mouth, and then we create a humming sound of a bumblebee. In Sanskrit, this is known as Brahmari. This sounds very soothing and relaxes your nervous system as well. Can be used again as a meditative practice. And then another very popular one is the Nadi Shodhana breath, which is the alternate nostril breath. Remember, I said the right nostril is the energizing breath or the sun breath, and the left nostril is the cooling breath or the moon breath. So, in order to balance the nervous system, we breathe through inhalation through the right nostril, exhale through the left nostril. We breathe in again through the left nostril. We breathe out through the right nostril. Continuing this way, you sort of relax the nervous system. In pranayama, the right nostril is usually the masculine or energy part or the Surya Veda, and the left nostril is usually the Chandra Veda, the cooling breath. So, in order to activate the nervous system, you can choose one or the other. Suppose you want to energize yourself, you breathe through the right nostril a couple of times, and then you block the right nostril and left nostril. You balance the nervous system. But and then we have plenty of other advanced techniques where it should always better to learn these techniques under a trained teacher, like some of the very advanced techniques where you involve the chakras and you involve the systems of breathing. That you need to learn under a trained teacher. And it's always good to because you're playing with prana, the universal life force. Yes.
So Sharda ji,
It's very interesting. I am finding it very interesting because I'm a musician, and on that point of view, like you was describing all those sound which you're producing, bumblebee and these sounds. Funny enough, few years ago, when I lost my voice very badly, my voice became very hoarse and I couldn't sing. So I was referred to a speech therapist. And those are the exercises they were telling me as well to do, which helped me.
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely, absolutely,
And but now I'm realizing that in our yoga, these techniques are ancient techniques. So
absolutely.
even in the modern medicine, what they are using now is the ancient techniques of our yoga. Absolutely wonderful to know that.
Yeah,
yes.
and yes,
Sorry, go
Yes.
on. You were saying
Shardaji, yeah, you go on. You were saying something. Yes.
yeah, and Sneha, you asked me to explain what Om is. So
yes.
let me explain what Om is. Om is the primordial sound. According to the Big Bang theory, we understand that Om, the cosmic sound, was what initiated the creation of the universe. The Big Bang, the Om sound, was what? It's a single
Right.
seeded mantra that contains the universal energy. The root of all mantras is Om. This three-letter alphabet, Om, signifies unity, peace, and tranquility. It reminds us to slow down the breath. When you chant Om, it becomes a meditative kind of cosmic sound. When you chant Om, the vibration sound is felt through your vocal cords. It relaxes your nervous system. It relaxes the muscles in the throat, enhances the breathing quality, enhances your singing. And we generally, at the beginning of a yoga class or at the end of the yoga class, we always use this cosmic sound Om, usually used when we do any cultural events, used before a chanting, before bhajans, before we start any sort of choir group or any sort of singing. Om is always used. Um, this actually relaxes the whole body, especially when you're tense, you're giving a public speech or something like that. It relaxes the jaw, the throat, the tongue, and actually relaxes the nervous system. I was having a chat with Rupa yesterday, and she was telling me that when she was young, her mother and her classical musical teacher insisted that she does Om 100 times every morning. And I said,
Okay.
yes, this is an ancient method. So it was quite interesting to know that this Om was, way back, people are still using it. And I hope it continues. And Om is a really good way of starting your cleansing your vocal cords, sinuses, breathing problems. So I would suggest that Om could be done a number of times every day.
Absolutely, because I remember last year I attended many sessions with Shardaji, and this is what she will. And at that time, I was again suffering with the shortness of the breath, not due to any disease or anything. It's just with age, your breath becomes shorter, and you think I can't sing any more longer lines. But the way she took me back into the slow breathing and diaphragm breathing, abdominal breathing rather than chest breathing, and chanting Om with a relaxed way, and I regained that.
That
Yeah.
is amazing news. But Shada, it just shows how many people have gained, benefited from your classes. I mean, Kamalji is one of them, but I know that I've really had pleasant experiences and you really rescued me on lots of times. And I'm sure everybody that knows you has some positive story to say. So that's
Thank you.
great. But
Thank you.
Shada, can you tell us a bit more about, you've done some recent other breathing technique training. You've done level 4 in Buyetko breathing. Can you tell our audience what that is? So those of us who don't know, we can understand a bit better.
Oh, yes, this is a breathing technique that I was fascinated by it as I was going and researching more about these breathing techniques. I found a Russian method that was completely different from the normal breathing patterns that we do, the techniques that we do. And recently, during this pandemic, when we were all isolated, I started attending some breathing specialist class, and then within a couple of 4 to 5 months, I managed to do this level 4 breathing specialist. I'm now qualified Buteyko breathing specialist instructor. And I was taught by a Russian lady by name Sasha Ekalova, and who was the advanced breathing specialist of this particular Buteyko method. This method is a simple, holistic approach to breathing problems associated with asthma, bronchitis, anxiety, panic attacks, pneumonia. It is a Russian method backed by years of clinical trials and patented by the late Dr. Konstantin Buteyko, a physician, a scientist, and a patent holder of this method. He has had tremendous success in alleviating and even eliminating breathing problems. Some of the students who underwent this program with me via Zoom have reversed their condition. Example, for a student of mine who was having asthma since childhood, and she is now 72 years old. She was given 3 inhalers, one in the morning, one in the afternoon, one in the evening. And as she came, she was really severely asthmatic. And within a couple of weeks after she started my breathing techniques, she was very persistent. She did a lot of practice that I told her, the techniques that I taught her. She was very consistent. So practice, patience, and consistency does pay off. now I've just heard from her, and she said that she's managed to eliminate her evening inhalers, managed to eliminate her afternoon inhalers. Now she has just one inhaler and she uses very occasionally, and she's 72 years old. Since childhood, she's had asthma, and to just understand that she's been able to breathe properly after so many years, this goes to prove that this ancient method, this Russian method, really it does wonders for people with these sort of problems. And it all, and also the other students, what I heard from the other students, their reviews was really, really very encouraging. Some of them have stopped snoring and have also had and eliminated their sleeping problems. Apart from this method, I've also heard cases where it's boosted their immune system, their nervous system, and and it also activates the metabolism. So all the systems in the body starts to function properly just by changing the lifestyle, changing the way you breathe,
See,
just by eliminating some of the
yes,
problems that that comes along with some advanced breathing techniques. And the best part is that anyone can do this program with me on Zoom. So I would like to encourage people to look into other holistic approaches
yes.
rather than just using
In
inhalers and a lot of medication. Try
Thank
the
you. And
method. We do not advocate people to stop their medication or inhalers, but then use this method, and gradually the GPs themselves will start to reduce the medication.
so, Sharda ji, without taking permission from you, I have given your contact details on the screen, your yoga sanctuary and your telephone number. So people who want to take this breathing and other courses in yoga, back problems and any joint problems and movement problems, and they can contact you at this number and take
Thank you so
advantage
much.
of
Thank
your
you so much.
yeah.
That was really nice of you.
No,
Thank you.
because you deserve it and you are so good. I know that. And so that will be nice. And thank you very much for coming and entertaining our audience and letting them know the role of breathing in singing. As
Thank you
we are
very
going
much.
to do about singing, Snehaji, what should we do? Should we put a clip of music, something like that?
Let's song, Bhaiya. Let's have a song.
Our first clip. Yeah, should we do that?
Yes, let's do that. Shall I introduce?
In a forest, rich and green, there lived a wise and friendly crow. He was known by all the birds and animals that lived in that forest, and everyone loved Brother Crow.
सूरज की गर्मी से जलते हुए तन को मिल जाए
Wow, 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 wow. That was wonderful. Snehaji, just tell
Uh,
me who were in this choir and all the artists' name if you remember, including you. I
we
could
were
see you.
That's in the from our first concert from 2018. It was held at
Okay.
the Rotherham Cathedral, and we had musicians like John Ball, who was on tablas. We had
Yes.
Mukesh
Right.
Anand and Ganesh Kumble Bhai. He was South Indian gentleman. They've been helping us with the music in the past. And we had Neeta Basu, who did the storytelling at the beginning. And then all our members, obviously, we have Rupa Shri Tiwari, we had Bani ji taught us all the songs. So we did Western songs and we did Indian songs as well. And she was an absolutely amazing tutor. And Bani ji was coming from Scotland to train us.
Right.
So then obviously we had all our other members like Vishwas and Ratan Kagikar. We've got Suchita, Darshane, we've got Leela, myself, and Shudipta, who's also a trained singer who's going to join you later on.
Mhm.
Rosie, I think that was first time Rosie sang with us in the choir properly. So
Mhm.
Sharda was part of our group, and we've got other members like Kamla and Seema. So it was a very memorable concert of ours. That was the most, yes, it's been my favorite so far.
As you can see, a few names are appearing with the comments on our screen, and people are really appreciating this lovely effort by the Rotherham Sangeet Choir members. Now, I want to know that how this choir group was formed and who you want to talk about that. Who's your next guest to discuss about the
Okay.
Rotherham choir? Yes.
Um, just before I introduce Rupaji, who's going to talk about our group, I want to say that Rupaji and I were just talking about it yesterday, that we were both inspired by the co-op group that you formed in 2013, and we both took part in that, in the co-op choir, the
Oh,
cooperative
yes, I
choir
remember.
you and
Yes.
Mark led. And so that was our both for both of us. It was our inspiration, and also
Right.
Rupa spoke about her other inspiration that she was singing in a choir in Sheffield. So we both were truly inspired by you, but that's the beginning of how we started our group, and we
Was
joined
that
up
in
with
2013, you said?
yes
14.
2013
That long
because
ago? I don't even remember.
so
Uh,
so Rupa now can explain how we set up, and I'm sure. So before I'd like to just to introduce Rupa Shri Tiwari. Rupa was born in a family of music lovers, and she's an accomplished musician as well as a doctor by profession. Rupa has kept a fine balance between music and her medicine. But she was trained in Hindustani classical singing from the age of 8 by Pandit Jamini Ganguly and Pandit A.K. Kanan uh,
come on.
in the style of Kirana Gharana.
Right.
Rupaji's influenced many other music lovers over the years, and I know that she's a huge inspiration, and she's our chairperson of Rotherham Sangeet Choir. So welcome, Rupaji. Namaste.
Namaste,
Uh,
namaste, Rupaji.
Rupaji, can you
Uh,
please tell us more about the groups, Rotherham Sangeet Choir group, and the role that you play in leading our group as a chairperson?
Uh, I'm Rupa. As Sneha has already told that we started the group in year 2014 just with a handful of members, and Kamalbir was part of our group that time. And actually, I was influenced by the co-op group which Kamalbir was running at that time, and I thought, why can't we have a group like that? Also, I was involved with a group in Sheffield who were multicultural, multi-language choir group run by David Tucker. That group is not existing anymore. So these two groups really inspired me that why don't we start a group like that? And we started singing music together of different language, mainly from India, but we would like to have other language music like Spanish, Russian, German, etc., etc. in near future. And at the moment, we do performance in schools in our annual concert once a year, and we are invited to various music festival. This year we went to Rotherham Diversity Festival, Fox Valley Music Festival, etc. And even with lockdown, we haven't stopped. We are still doing classes every fortnightly in Zoom, and we are also doing performance. We had a performance on Holi just the day before yesterday. So the group is growing bigger and bigger. The membership has gone up to 25, I think, Sneha, now.
Yes, it's
Yes.
20. Yeah.
We are very well supported by the Rotherham Council, the Rotherfed, the Rotherham Ethnic Minority Alliance, and of course, very well supported by the Lottery Fund, who gives us funding for it, because we don't charge anything from the members at the moment.
Okay, so we can read a comment here that if we can speak more in Hindi so that people can understand in India, तो हम थोड़ा सा हिंदी में भी बातें करेंगे, इंग्लिश में भी थोड़ी बीच में मिली-जुली भाषा में करेंगे. तो रूपा जी, आप थोड़ा सा आगे अगर कुछ हिंदी में बता पाएं तो और अच्छा लगेगा.
तो ये ग्रुप हम लोग started in 2014, just only with few people. Sneha, do you want to talk about it a bit more?
I mean, I think you've said everything, but हमने जब शुरू किया था ना, तो हमारा मकसद तो ये था कि हम सिर्फ म्यूजिक और एक रूम में बैठ के गाना नहीं गाएंगे. हम लोगों को सपोर्ट भी करेंगे, जैसे मेंटल हेल्थ, लोगों को मेंटल हेल्थ सपोर्ट. हमारे ग्रुप में जो कई लोग हैं जिसको मेंटल हेल्थ सपोर्ट चाहिए. So we were going out doing work with groups of people, and there was a serious purpose to our group, that we are supporting people with depression, anxiety. अभी तो कोविड में तो बहुत लोगों को मेंटल हेल्थ की असर हो गई है ना. तो हमने तो 2014 में हमने सोचा था कि कई लोग हैं जो हमारे ग्रुप में हैं, जो बाहर के लोग में हैं, रेजिडेंशियल एल्डरली होम्स में हैं. तो हम लोग वहाँ जाके वर्कशॉप, म्यूजिक वर्कशॉप्स और सिंगिंग वर्कशॉप्स करते हैं साथ में. So that's the main thing. Rupaji, can you tell us a bit more about the holy celebration that we just had last Sunday? Because
Yeah, हम लोग तो होली का दिन में ही होली का प्रोग्राम किए थे.
जी.
हम लोग अपना ग्रुप मेंबर्स लाके प्रोग्राम किए थे. उसमें शुरू में तो सिंगिंग, कोरस सिंगिंग था. कुछ some people talked about the effect of the lockdown and the COVID, and how music has helped them to cope with the situation. What else did we do on Holi? There was some dancing.
जो डॉक्टर्स है उन्होंने भी मैसेजेस दिया था. जो हमारे मेंबर्स, कई प्रोफेशनल्स है, जो डेंटिस्ट है, डॉक्टर्स है, वो भी अपने एक्सपीरियंसेस बोल रहे थे ना.
How they are handling.
मैंने भी देखा था प्रोग्राम, बहुत अच्छा प्रोग्राम आप लोगों ने किया था संडे को. मैंने पूरा प्रोग्राम देखा था. और अभी रूपा जी, आप जाइएगा नहीं, यहीं पे रहिएगा. आपसे अभी और भी बातें करते रहेंगे हम. तो इससे पहले एक क्यों ना स्नेह जी, आप कौन सी क्लिप, दूसरी कोई नंबर 2 पे क्या सुना रही हैं क्लिप, कौन सा गाना सुना रही हैं?
ओके, नाउ अभी हम इंट्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं कमलबीर जी और दलबीर, जो हम बॉबी
अच्छा,
कहते हैं,
मुझे इंट्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं.
फेवरेट सिंगर्स है यहाँ के. हमारे फेवरेट कपल जो हमारे जगजीत सिंह और हमारे चित्रा जी है, वो
ऐसा मत बोलिए.
किया है प्यार जिसे हमने जिंदगी. So भैया, please let's play your ghazal today.
किया है प्यार जिसे हमने जिंदगी की तरह वो आशना भी मिला हमसे अजनबी की तरह किया है प्यार जिसे हमने जिंदगी की तरह बढ़ा के प्यास मेरी उसने हाथ छोड़ दिया बढ़ा के प्यास मेरी उसने हाथ छोड़ दिया वो कर रहा था मुरब्बत भी दिल लगी की तरह वो कर रहा था मुरब्बत भी दिल लगी की तरह वो आशना भी मिला हमसे अजनबी की तरह किया है प्यार जिसे हमने जिंदगी की तरह कभी न सोचा था हमने गति उसके लिए कभी ना सोचा था हमने कोई दिल उसके लिए करेगा हम पे सितम, वो भी हर किसी की तरह करेगा हम पे सितम, वो भी हर किसी की तरह। वो आशना भी मिला हमसे अजनबी की तरह, किया है प्यार जिसे हमने जिंदगी की तरह, हमने जिंदगी की तरह, हमने जिंदगी की तरह, हमने जिंदगी की तरह।
Oh my goodness. Everybody said, wah, wah, wah. Oh, such a beautiful ghazal.
देखो
Bhaiya, you are a professional singer. But
जब मैं
Bobby
अकेला
जी ने
गाता हूँ,
कितना
वही मैंने कहा, जब मैं अकेला गाया करता हूँ इतनी वाहवाही नहीं दिखती रूम में जितनी आज मिली है।
बहुत मिली है. Honestly, it's one of my all-time favorite ghazals. So absolutely would
Thank you
say
very much.
thank you.
You know, before we go ahead, let's tell people who are watching, जो हमारे आज के श्रोता जो यहाँ पे देख रहे हैं, सरोजनी भादुरी जी, she is from England or part of your choir. Samli ji Bhattacharya ji, she is a very high class singer from Calcutta. वो
Wow.
प्रोग्राम देख रही हैं, बहुत ही बेहतरीन गाती हैं वो। प्रदीप मिश्रा जी, सैरा पीटर, आपने सुना होगा सैरा पीटर जी को, जो कि ओपेरा सिंगर है हमारे इंग्लैंड की, बहुत ही बेहतरीन। एंड दीपक राम जी एंड दलबीर नंद्रा, बॉबी जिसको मेरी वाइफ है जो अभी गा रही थी, एंड सोनिया अक्स जी, बहुत बेहतरीन एक पोइटेस है इंडिया से, वो देख रही हैं प्रोग्राम। नीलू ग्रोवर, हमारी हरिंदर बांगा जी एंड डॉक्टर बलवंत बांगा जी डॉनकास्टर से, वो देख रहे हैं। और डॉक्टर संजय सक्सेना जो बड़े म्यूजिकल इंसान है, हमारे डॉक्टर हैं, वो भी देख रहे हैं। रंजना वर्मा जी इंग्लैंड से। तो हमारे इंग्लैंड वाले तो वोट ले रहे हैं यहाँ पे, इंडिया वाले कम दिख रहे हैं। देवेंद्र लांबा जी तो हमारे हैं ही, जो हमारे इस प्रोग्राम को बनाते हैं या आर्टिस्ट लोगों को इकट्ठा करके लाते हैं। अजय श्रीवास्तव जी, बहुत उन्होंने अच्छी अच्छी बातें लिखी हैं। मिस्टर पी गिरी, तो इतने लोगों के मुझे अभी नाम दिखे, और जैसे दिखेंगे हम बताएंगे। तो अब हम लोग अभी बात कर रहे थे रूपा जी से,
हाँ
एंड
जी,
रूपा जी के बारे में आपने बताया कि शी इज अ ट्रेन सिंगर।
हाँ जी.
तो ऐसा क्यों ना किया जाए, रूपा जी को सुना जाए पहले,
चलो.
तो उसके बाद आगे बढ़े। रूपा जी ने एक क्लिप नंबर शायद, या वो खुद ही लाइव गाएंगे मुझे लगता है आज। तो रूपा जी आए, आप लाइव सुनाएं कुछ,
Well,
क्या सुना रही हैं आज आप?
गिरी गिरी आई हरी बदरिया, गिरी गिरी आई हरी बदरिया, राज बिन लागिना, राज बिन लागिना मोरा जिया। राधे बिना लागे ना, राधे बिना लागे ना, राधे बिना लागे ना। राधे बिना लागे ना, राधे बिना लागे ना, राधे बिना लागे ना। छिल जमुना तट छिल कोन जनमे, छिल जमुना तट छिल कोन जनमे, विरह बतासे, विरह बतासे, कहत है मनवा राधे बिना, राधे बिना लागे ना मोरा जिया, मोरा जिया। घड़ी पल न लागे, बरसा समझ मन, घड़ी पल न लागे, बरसा समझ लागे, कौन प्यारे सा संदेश मनवा, लागे बिना लागे ना, राधे बिना लागे ना, राधे बिना लागे ना, राधे बिना लागे। नैना बरसे बादल बरसे, नैना बरसे, नैना बरसे, बादल बरसे, बादल बरसे, नैना बरसे, बादल बरसे, घना श्याम से लगी है गोरवा, राधे बिना, राधे बिना लागे ना मोरा जिया, राधे बिना लागे ना, राधे बिना लागे ना, राधे बिना लागे ना, राधे बिना लागे ना, राधे बिना लागे ना।
That's beautiful, Rupaji. Beautiful. You sing so beautiful. So really, really beautiful. It's I'm surprised that you don't sing in public. You should.
No, without tabla it's a bit difficult,
I
isn't
know,
it? You can
I know, but
recommend.
अभी कोई नहीं. अब मैंने आपको अब आज अच्छे से सुन लिया है, and now you will be singing more often in public. It's beautiful.
It's like going to
Thank
a
you.
mandir and listening to Saraswati singing, isn't it? Oh, this
True.
was so beautiful.
Yes. You are a true musician क्योंकि आप तो सीखी हुई हैं अच्छे से क्लासिकल म्यूजिक सीखी हुई हैं, so that's showing all in your singing. Beautiful,
I had a
lovely.
I must say, I must pranam to my both Gurujis. I had wonderful teachers from the
Yes.
age of 8 till even through the medical career. They were great. No, so nice to have a teacher like that, both of
जी,
them.
जी. Thank you very much. So Snehaji,
Ji.
what is the next item in your bag?
Oh, in my box of songs, we're now going to introduce Ira Das, who's going to sing a Bengali song for us. Now, Ira Das is also a member of our Rotherham Sangeet choir, and she's also a learned singer. So she's actually learned music and singing. So shall we welcome Ira Das?
Iradasi clip number 3, Abhi Manoj ji, if you have ready. एब्सोल्युटली अमेजिंग, वेरी गुड। मुझे नहीं मालूम था
हाँ
इरा जी इतना बढ़िया गाती हैं, और क्योंकि
she's
क्वायर में तो वो सबके साथ सभी आवाजों के बीच एक मिली हुई आवाज होती है, कभी सेपरेट नहीं सुना था, तो वो तो बहुत बहुत अच्छा गा लेती हैं वो तो। वेरी
पहले जो
गुड।
पहले we had a group called the Bharat Integration Group, जो लेडीज का ग्रुप रोदरम में है, और वहाँ हम होली के सेलिब्रेशंस करते थे ना, तो ईरा जी used to come and sing on the stage and she's a beautiful,
शी इज वेरी
what
गुड,
that was.
वेरी गुड। तो अगली कौन सी चीज आप सुनाने जा रही हैं? मुझे लग रहा है एक बड़ी अच्छी चीज यहाँ मुझे दिख रही है। एक आपकी क्वायर क्लिप नंबर 4, वो
उठे
सुनी जाए
सबके
या? उठे सबके कदम, अच्छा। क्लिप
देखो
नंबर 4 अभिमन्यु जी।
सबके कदम पे वो रम पम पम, अजी ऐसे गीत गाया करो, कभी खुशी कभी गम, तारा रम पम पम, हंसो और हंसाया करो। पूरे सबके कदम पे वो रम पम पम, अजी ऐसे गीत गाया करो, कभी खुशी कभी गम, तारा रम पम पम, हंसो और हंसाया करो।
वाह, क्या बात है।
क्या बात है। Bobby G looked nice. All the ladies look beautiful. That was at the St. James Church in 2019. So obviously last year we've been doing everything on Zoom. So that was the last performance our group did. So
या सो अभी तो या 2020 की मार्च से तो आप लोग सब जूम पे अभी मीटिंग करते हैं, जूम पे रिहर्सल्स करते हैं, और जूम पे कुछ आप लोगों ने गाने भी रिकॉर्ड किए हैं। वो
हमने कई सारे गाने रिकॉर्ड किए। वो जो अगला गाना है ना, आलो के जोरना दारा, and
बंगाली
that's
का
a
है था।
song, and Shudipta and Rupaji taught us that song. And what we did was we did it on Zoom, and with all our voices then merge and synchronize at the end, and it sounds really beautiful. So shall we play
So
that
who,
track?
yeah, who merged and synchronized them? किसका ये किसकी आर्ट है?
Both Rosie and Shudipta ji's husband Sandeep ji, they both help us with our tracks. So
वाह
Rosie,
वाह,
that's the one that's done by Rosie, I think. But
ओके
दोनों
तो
मिलकर करते हैं। रोजी थी कि जो हमारे ग्रुप में है ना, हमारी
जी,
हमारी म्यूजिक टीचर है। She's also a technical wizard, and so is Shudipta ji's husband Sandeep ji.
so this is our clip number 5। तो ये
Clip
सुने फिर देखें कैसे कैसे उन्होंने मर्ज किया है। I would
yeah.
like to see। वाओ, दैट वाज ग्रेट, दैट वाज ग्रेट। कैसे उन्होंने मर्ज किया, कितनी मेहनत लगी होगी सब सेपरेट गा के म्यूजिक के साथ फिक्स करना।
और भैया ये भी बात है कि सब लोग बंगाली नहीं बोलते, बांग्ला
है ना?
नहीं बोलते। we're all
और फिर भी
मैं गुजराती हूँ, वैसे कोई हिंदी बोलते हैं, we're all different languages, और हमारी जो रोजी है वो तो इंग्लिश ही है, तो
that's
कैसे
right.
सबने ये गाना सीखा, so and then to get our song right and then merge, it was quite a challenge for them, I think. But yeah,
You know, you know, also हम अभी भूल रहे, हमने मेंशन नहीं किया कि अभी होली थी 2 दिन 3 दिन पहले, और सबको होली की शुभकामनाएं, बधाइयां सबको। और क्यों ना हम कुछ होली के ऊपर डॉक्टर अर्चना जी को बुलाएं और उनसे कुछ सुने आज होली के
हाँ जी।
ऊपर कुछ बात। नमस्ते अर्चना जी, आपका माइक म्यूट है, माइक ऑन कर लीजिए।
नमस्ते।
नमस्कार, वेलकम।
थैंक यू।
तो आप थोड़ा सा अपना कैमरा फिक्स कर लें ताकि आपका ऊपर का सर कट रहा है। दैट्स बेटर, दैट्स गुड, दैट्स ग्रेट। वो क्योंकि जब आप उस स्क्रीन पे जाती हैं, यू कैन कीप एडजस्टिंग अकॉर्डिंगली, यू कैन सी योरसेल्फ। तो आप कुछ बताएं होली के सिग्निफिकेंस और कैसे हम लोग हिंदुस्तान में अलग अलग प्रांतों में अलग अलग तरीके से अलग अलग सिग्निफिकेंस से कैसे शुरू हुई होली, तो कुछ बताएं उसके बारे में।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल,
जी
एब्सोल्युटली।
जी,
तो मैंने तो ये इंग्लिश में प्रिपेयर किया है
कोई बात नहीं।
क्योंकि मुझे लग रहा था कि काफी कहाँ से लोग ज्वाइन होंगे, और सबकी हिंदी समझ में आएगी या नहीं आएगी। बट दूसरी बात ये भी है कि मेरी हिंदी इतनी प्योर और अच्छी नहीं है।
और आप बहुत अच्छा बोल रहे हैं हिंदी। कोई नहीं, इंग्लिश में, अपनी सिंपल इंग्लिश में आप
अगर मुझे
बोलिए।
मराठी में बोलने दिया जाए तो मैं चली जाऊंगी कैसे भी।
कोई बात नहीं, आप इंग्लिश में बोलें।
Yes. Namaste. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are listening from. And as Kamalbir ji said, we have just seen colorful messages of Holi on our social media over the last few days. We have also seen the screens that suddenly give out colors as soon as you touch the button on the screen. So I thought it's not unreasonable to talk about Holi, probably look at the stories behind why we celebrate Holi and what is the symbolic meaning of Holi. So first of all, I want to thank Palpal India for giving me this platform to talk about this, and obviously Kamalbir ji and the organizers. So what I want to say that Holi is actually really a people's festival. It's not something that you celebrate just on individual level or a family level. It is more of a sort of community festival. And in that sense, it is actually a people's festival. You know that it is celebrated all over India and has got different names. So I come from Maharashtra, from Pune, and in Maharashtra it is called Holi, or Holi actually, it is L. And in northern India it is called Hori. In Goa it is called Shimga. In Bengal it is called Dola Yatra or Basanta Utsav. And Basanta Utsav essentially means welcoming of the spring. And there is also one thought that we celebrate Holi for the spring that is arriving at our doorstep now. And Basanta means spring. And Utsav is anything that lasts longer than a day in my eyes, because any festival that is longer than a day will become Utsav. And in that sense, Holi ka Tyohar is actually Holi ko Utsav. Like Deepotsav, ये दिवाली का जो 5 दिन का त्योहार है, वो दीपोत्सव, तो उत्सव is anything that is longer than a day. In some parts of India, it is also called Hutashani or Kamadahan. And there are lots of stories actually why it is celebrated, and some of them are very interesting, and the messages that they give out why we celebrate Holi are really powerful and appealing. So for those who are not familiar to Indian system of how the Holi is decided on what particular day, as you know, the Indian Hindu New Year or Hindu year is actually called Shalivahanshak, and it is based on the phases of the moon. And so each month has got 28 to 30 days depending upon the lunar phases. And so Falgun is the last month of this Indian Hindu calendar. So the next month will be the Indian New Year, Hindu New Year, starting from Chaitra or Gudi Padwa. And so Holi is the full moon day of this last month Falgun, and full moon is called Purnima, and that's why it is called Holi Poonam or Holi Purnima. So it is essentially a festival of colors, and it is actually 5 days festival. So it starts from Holi and ends on the 5th day, which is the Ranga Panchami. And that Ranga Panchami essentially is a festival of colors. So we still have got a couple more days to go before we start spraying colors around. So, as I said, one of the reasons it is celebrated is that because it is welcoming of the spring, but there are other stories behind. Some stories relate to a demon, a female demon or Rakshasi, and this Rakshasi called Dhunda, she was troubling the innocent citizens. And so village people gathered together and they lit a fire and cursed her using bad words. And so this is a symbolic meaning of chasing away the bad things or bad tendencies or demonic tendencies by lighting them into a fire. There's another story about the Putana. And those who know Mahabharata and Lord Krishna's story, Putana was the Rakshasi that was commissioned by Kamsa to kill Lord Krishna, who was a baby then. And there were similarly other ones that were commissioned to do the same job, instructed to do the same job. So as we know, the Lord Krishna managed to kill Putana, but what he did was he burned the other ones or cremated the other ones that were instructed to kill him into a purpose-built pyre using the dry wood, stones, and etc. So Holi again represents this burning of the demonic tendencies and bad tendencies. There's another story is that Holi is a festival of expressing of gratitude from the farmers, and this is in memory or in the respect of Lord Krishna and his brother Balarama. And this actually celebrates a good harvest, and it essentially gives a new harvest or offering of the new harvest to the Almighty, who is obviously the creator of the world, and everything that happens in the world is because of the Almighty. So it is a respect and gratitude paid towards the Almighty by the farmers. There's another story about, which is a more prevalent story about another Rakshasi called Holika. And this Holika was actually the sister of Hiranyakashipu. And Hiranyakashipu was a sort of demonic tendency. And he had a son called Prahlad, who was a devout God lover and worshipper. And Hiranyakashipu didn't like that. So he instructed his own sister Holika to kill his own son Prahlada because he didn't like his saintly tendencies. And Holika had a blessing that she will never be killed in a fire. So she thought that the sure short way of getting rid of Prahlada would be to take Prahlada in her lap and sit in the fire, because fire wasn't going to kill her, but it will definitely kill Prahlada. But then Lord obviously came to the rescue of his devout disciple Prahlada, and Holika was killed and Prahlada was saved. And it is noted that the villagers also lit the fires within their backyards and prayed the Lord to save Prahlada. So the blessing that Holika had did not come true, and then the Prahlada was saved by the god. So I think it's again just gives the symbolic meaning of the elimination of bad tendencies. I'm told that in Bengal, it is celebrated as Dola Yatra the day before the actual Holi, and the host will spray the red dye gulal on the attendees as a gesture of friendliness. And then they will light an effigy made of the haystack. In Odisha, it is celebrated as Lord Krishna's festivals. So there are lots of meanings and lots of ways how it is celebrated. In Maharashtra, Holi is celebrated by lighting the dry wood sticks, dry leaves, or the cow dung cakes. And the offering that is given to the Holi or the Holy Mata is of Puran Poli, which is, some of you will know Puran Poli, which is a very typical Maharashtrian delicacy. And it is a sweet flatbread, a stuffed flatbread. It does take considerable skill and effort to make it, but those who haven't tasted it, please go ahead and test it. It is absolutely divine. One of my favorite sweets or favorite delicacies, actually, however work it requires to be done. So in Holi, the idea is that you burn away the bad tendencies such as jealousy, ego, unfriendliness, the bad tendencies in the world, and make them or purify them. And the whole community comes together to do this worship and lighting the fire and then they go around the fire and offer the sweets to the Holika Mata. And then the next morning, the ash that is formed, or ashes from this Holi, are actually called Dhuli Vandan. And this is thought to be actually a divine ash, and that you will play with that as well. And this is something that has got rid of the bad tendencies in the world. So Holi also marks the end of the winter and beginning of the spring, and a marking of the heat coming up. And some people might think that, okay, it's a good time now to go and have cold showers, having escaped the winter nicely. So to me, Holi essentially represents the beginning of the new positive thoughts, and that are represented by colors, and that's why we play Ranga Panchami. What to me it says that it is, the life is filled with bright, multiple, beautiful colors, and we need to embrace those multiple colors and enjoy them with the enthusiasm, energy, positivity, coming together, helping each other, and burn away all that is bad in the world, really. And that is to me the meaning of Holi. And as a child, we used to look out for this festival of Ranga Panchami like anything. So as soon as Holi was over, you would get ready with all the implements that you require for playing colors together. So you will buy colors, you will buy balloons, you will get ready with the pistons and syringes to fill those balloons. And the morning will begin with all the community coming together. And I grew up in a sort of community, more like an estate, where there were lots of families coming together, and there were lots of children in the community out there. So we would all come together first thing in the morning, and everybody would be ready. It would be great fun to kind of spray the colors on people, unsuspecting passerby. But importantly, nobody got offended, nobody
That's
got
right.
angry. Everybody took that in a good spirit, and that again indicates a sort of community spirit and the festivity of this, and essentially friendliness that people had within each other. And by the time you retired for the evening, all your clothes will be filled with all multicolored. Your hair will be carrying multiple colors in them. You knew
I
that
know.
it will take many weeks for them to go away. And when
That's right.
you went back next morning to the school, there would be proof and evidence of everybody having had a good time with multiple
That's
colors.
right.
So what I just want to say is that we have heard the word unprecedented every single day over the course of the last year. And in many ways, every single day is unprecedented. But what I want to say is that after the dark and bleak last year, I have got every hope and expectation and prayer that the Festival of Colors and a new beginning that we have in a couple of weeks' time will bring us the bright and beautiful future. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Archana ji. You are actually at work at the moment, I believe. तो आपने इतना कीमती टाइम अपना निकाल के होली के बारे में इतनी रिसर्च मैंने आज तक किसी को नहीं देखी, इतनी वास्ट नॉलेज होली के बारे में, and you explained it so well. So just tell our audience about your profession which you are working at the moment. आप क्या करती हैं?
मैं प्रोफेशन से pediatric neurologist हूँ, so I'm a consultant pediatric neurologist. So I look after children with neurological problems from birth up to 18 years of age. And children's epilepsy is my area of interest and expertise, and I do a lot of work in that respect, and also participate in lots of clinical research related to that.
Thank you. And हमने आपको काउंटडाउन में भी देखा था.
Yes.
मैं अपने सुनने वालों को बता दूं, काउंटडाउन यहाँ पे हमारे चैनल 4 पे, इंग्लैंड के जो 4 सबसे बड़े चैनल्स हैं उनमें एक चैनल 4 है, उस पे काउंटडाउन प्रोग्राम पिछले 30 साल से आ रहा है, 25 से 30 साल से, और उसमें यू नीड अ बिग मैथमेटिकल ब्रेन प्लस योर इंग्लिश नॉलेज ऑफ इंग्लिश. 9 लेटर्स होते हैं उसमें, कोई से भी कंप्यूटर पिक करता है, यू हैव टू मेक द लॉन्गेस्ट वर्ड, और उसी तरह 6 पाए जाते हैं नंबर्स, 1 से लेके 100 तक के कुछ भी नंबर आ जाएंगे, और फिर टोटल आ जाएगा. तो आपको नंबर को मल्टीप्लाई करें, सब्सट्रैक्ट करें, ऐड करें, वो टोटल या उसके करीब करीब लाना है. तो शी वाज वन ऑफ द कंटेस्टेंट इन दैट. उसमें सेलेक्ट हो जाना इतनी बड़ी बात होती है, एंड यू मस्ट बी वेरी ब्रेनी टू हैव दैट. सो कौन से राउंड तक पहुंची थी आप?
नहीं, काउंटडाउन पे जाना तो काफी दिनों की, काफी सालों की इच्छा थी। मेरा फेवरेट प्रोग्राम है, तो जैसे समझो कि ये बकेट लिस्ट में था मेरे कि काउंटडाउन पे अपीयर होना है। और दूसरी इतनी इच्छा है कि पहले गेम में हार के नहीं आना है, तो उसका प्रेशर बहुत था मुझे कि मुझे हार के नहीं आना है पहले गेम में, मुझे 2-3 गेम्स जीतने हैं। वो हो गया, तो आई एंजॉयड एवरी मिनट ऑफ इट एक्चुअली। इट इज क्वाइट
great.
नर्व रैकिंग एंड वेरी प्रेशराइजिंग,
It
बिकॉज
is.
आपके
It is.
पीछे वो घड़ी ढूम 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 30 सेकेंड्स
I know.
अंदर चलती रहती है, और
And
घर पे
I can tell
प्रैक्टिस
you, I can
नहीं
tell
करना
you one thing. I watch that program all the time. और उस पे जो numbers होते हैं ना, I get the answer within 15-20 seconds of those numbers. But I never went on that show क्योंकि वो English के letter बना के बनाना वो मेरे से नहीं हो पाएंगे इतने बड़े बड़े.
नहीं,
Anyway,
I
thank you
enjoy
very
it,
much.
really enjoy it, लेकिन घर पे प्रैक्टिस करना और वहां जाके करना, इतना जमीन आसमान का फर्क है
It's
उसमें.
बहुत
It is so
जमीन आसमान का, I
pressurizing.
know. I
But
know.
I just wanted to do well, and I am glad that I did well. I could have done better.
Thank you
but
very
I
much.
did well.
It's just like music. घर पे बैठे बैठे गा बजा लेना, दूसरा जब स्टेज पे गाना पड़ता तो it's a very different thing. Anyway, thank you very much for coming.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
you giving your valuable time, to be very honest. So Snehaji, as we are seeing the clock is running fast and we have few items left to. Now let's go to Rosie. Why don't we listen to Rosie's song?
Rosie, let's
Rosie.
do that.
नमस्ते.
Hello, Rosie. नमस्ते.
कैसे हो?
हम बिल्कुल ठीक हैं. आप कैसे हो?
मैं ठीक हूँ.
Great, great.
स्वागत.
Just in a couple of years, Rosie is speaking that much Hindi now.
I'm getting better. I'm getting there.
That's great. So, what song you're gonna sing for us?
I'm going to sing गीत का राजस्थान है. आई होली रे.
Hi, Holi Re. Okay.
आई होली रे. A Rajasthani folk song.
So go ahead then.
I'll just put my music on. Just takes a while to set up. Okay. आई होली फाल्गुनी रंगेलो चंगे बाजे रे. आई होली फाल्गुनी रंगेलो चंगे बाजे रे. चम चम चमके चुनेरी घाघरियो घाम के होली आई रे. आई रे होली आई रे. हाथों मेहंदी राचनी नात्री भाखाना मारा रे. हाथों मेहंदी राचनी नात्री भाखाना मारा रे. चम चम चमके चुनेरी घाघरियो घाम के होली आई रे. आई रे होली आई रे. ढोलक ताल माझीर बाजे चम चम घुंघरू बाजे रे. चम चम चमके चुनेरी घाघरियो घाम के होली आई रे. आई रे होली आई रे.
So I will say, क्या बात है. You understood that.
Yeah.
You understood. क्या बात है. Beautiful. You are amazing, Rosie. You are really amazing. Yes.
Partly Indian. What you didn't know is Rosie has some Indian blood in her. So,
I know.
but she
That's
likes
right.
to explain who Rosie is for our groups. People who don't know, Rosie is our music teacher. She's one of our 2 music teachers of Rotherham Sangeet Choir. And obviously she's partly Indian as well, which we found out recently.
मेरे पांचवां great grandmother Bengal का है.
Acha. Right. Great. Great to know. Right. So, as we know that we have got the extension of this program, so we will definitely have remaining of the items. So, what is the next item we are doing? Clip 6. What was that? 500 miles, I believe.
Yeah, this is a song that Rosie has taught us. Rosie, do you want to explain about the song then?
Yes. This is an American folk song, 500 miles. But like many Bollywood songs, it was taken and used in a Bollywood film. And in India, you'll probably recognize the tune as Jab Koi Baat Bigad Jaye. So we decided last year to do a fusion of the two and sing some of the verses in English and then one of the verses in the Hindi.
Gee. Okay, so let's put that clip then, Abhimanyu ji. Clip 6.
If you miss the train I'm on, you will know that I am gone. You can hear the whistle blow 100 miles. 100 miles, 100 miles, 100 miles, 100 miles. You can hear the whistle blow 100 miles. Lord, I'm one, Lord, I'm two, Lord, I'm three, Lord, I'm four, Lord, I'm 500 miles away from home. Away from home, away from home, away from home, away from home. More than 500 miles away from home. जब कोई बात बिगड़ जाए, जब कोई मुश्किल पड़ जाए, तू मेरा साथ मेरा वो हमनवा। ना कोई है ना कोई था जिंदगी में तुम्हारे सिवा, तू मेरा साथ मेरा वो हमनवा। तू मेरा साथ मेरा वो हमनवा।
Wow. Great. This is amazing.
That was proper fusion.
Proper fusion. And well done, Rosie, how you combine people singing in their own homes and then you combine them and synchronize lip movement with the music. So beautifully you do it. And I know you have done, we're going to play another of your creation later. But we have now, as you said, you have done in Bengali, you have done in different languages. She just sang a Rajasthani song. And now there is a song which was probably originally in Malayalam. And then it came in the Hindi films, Dil Hai Chota Sa. And
That's right.
that song you people did as well, I believe.
Yes, we did. In our 2018 concert,
Yes.
that was led by our special teacher Bani at that time. Leela, our group member, Leela Shiva, and Shudipta, who's also our group tutor. Leela and Shudipta have sung this. So Leela sung this in Tamil, and Shudipta has sung it in Hindi. So it's a fusion of the two languages, and
So
we've
it's
got
Tamil, not
musicians.
Malayalam. Okay. Tamil.
It's
Okay.
Tamil, so
Okay.
it sounds beautiful. So shall we play that?
Yeah, clip 7. Yes, let's play that. गाना बीच में ही रुक गया, कोई बात नहीं, that's okay, but we heard most of it. मैं सोच रहा था, in this song we heard Leela ji with a Tamil version and Sudipta
That's
ji,
right.
your mic is mute. Yeah, now it's okay. And Sudipta ji with the Hindi version. तो सुदीप्ता जी की कितनी अच्छी आवाज है, and she's a learned singer as well. बहुत बहुत ब्यूटीफुल. Why don't we call her live now? उनको कहें आके यहाँ पे. Oh, here we go. सुदीप्ता जी आ गई यहाँ पर. सुदीप्ता जी, आपका भी हमने सुना, बहुत अच्छी आपकी आवाज आ रही थी उस गाने में, बहुत सुरीली आवाज आ रही थी. तो आप क्यों ना यहीं पे हमें एक लाइव सुनाएं.
एकदम. I was feeling very nostalgic by listening to that song actually.
Beautiful, beautiful.
It was beautiful. Today I'm going to sing a song. That song actually inspires me to think that music will be our future existence. Hum rahe ya na rahe, we will be people's heart through music.
जी.
So मैंने वो गाना चूज किया. Hopefully I'll sing for you all.
Sure, that's great.
वफा में रहे ना रहे हम, जब हम न होंगे, जब हमारी खाक पे तुम रुकोगे, चलते चलते अश्कों से भीगी चांदनी में इस सदा से सुनोगे, चलते चलते वहीं पे कहीं, वहीं पे कहीं हम तुमसे मिलेंगे, बागे वफा में रहे ना रहे हम महका करेंगे बनके कली बनके सवा बागे वफा में रहे ना रहे हम
वाह 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 वाह, क्या बात है. You got a beautiful voice. ब्यूटीफुल वॉइस सुदीप्ता जी. कितना सुर में गाया आपने. और फिल्म ममता से था. आई थिंक इट्स अ वेरी ओल्ड फिल्म, 60s में कभी आई थी ये. ब्यूटीफुल फिल्म. सुदीप्ता जी, आपने इतना, लोगों को इतना पसंद आया आपका गाना. मैं तो चाहूंगा आप एक और गा के जाएं, ऐसे मत जाएं अभी.
अच्छा, आप बांग्ला सुनेंगे या हिंदी सुनेंगे?
आपकी जो मर्जी है, आप जरूर सुना के जाएं.
I want to sing a Tagore song. Actually, I'm
Okay.
up with learning Tagore song. So Tagore is my close to heart. So I will sing one Tagore songs today.
Yes, that will be good.
आवाज ठीक है?
ठीक आ रही. हाँ, थोड़ा पीछे म्यूजिक कम हो जाता है, उसको चाहे आप बढ़ा लें, बट आई थिंक ओवरऑल इट्स साउंडिंग गुड. And you can try your mic as well, man, and I will give you a sign, no, yes or no. Yeah?
आज तो मैंने नहीं बैठी, मैं ऐसे बेयरबल्स में. Okay, let me sing this is Tagore song.
Okay.
তুমি কোন কাননের ফুল কোন গগনের তারা তোমায় কোথায় দেখেছি যেন কোন স্বপনের পারা তুমি কোন কাননের ফুল কোন গগনের তারা. This one of Tagore's love song, this one. কবে তুমি গেছিলে আখির পানে চেয়েছিলে ভুলে গিয়েছি শুধু মনের মধ্যে জেগে আছে ওই নয়নের তারা তুমি কোন কাননের ফুল কোন গগনের তারা. তুমি কথা কয়ো না তুমি চেয়ে চলে যাও এই চাঁদের আলোতে তুমি হেসে গলে যাও আমি ঘুমের ঘোরে চাঁদের পানে চেয়ে থাকি মধুর প্রাণে তোমার আখির মতন দুটি তারা ঢালু কিরণ ধারা তুমি কোন কাননের ফুল কোন গগনের তারা তোমায় কোথায় দেখেছি যেন কোন স্বপনের পারা তুমি কোন কাননের ফুল কোন গগনের তারা.
क्या बात है. Oh my God, that was so beautiful.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I mean,
मुझे बंगाली तो आती नहीं है, पर खूब भालो गान. वो देवेंद्र जी हमारे वो बोल लेते हैं बंगाली. बहुत बढ़िया गाया आपने. Thank you very much. अब you are by profession a teacher, isn't it?
Yes, I am.
और
I
कौन
am.
से subject, which subject you teach?
It is maths and science.
Maths and science. Wow. So music goes with mathematicians and science students. I think they, that kind of brain is musical brain. Mathematician and musicians, they have a different calculating brain.
I know. I think both way teaching is my best profession. I love teaching anything, music or a subject. I love
Correct.
teaching. And that's what I enjoy.
And I know for the listeners, we must tell you that Sudipta ji is one of the teacher of this choir group, along with Rosie. And so I think we should call Rosie for another song before we go to our final grand finale item. And
Thank
Rosie,
you.
please come and sing one song
Thank
for
you.
us. Thank you,
Welcome,
Sudipta ji.
Rosie.
Mhm.
Sorry, my microphone was muted. Yaha Geet Carnatic Shlok hai. Lekin Sangeet Western hai.
Okay.
The music is actually French. Ah, que dirais-je, maman, da 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 da
Right.
da, which in
Okay.
English is Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Little star. Yeah, this is what I was gonna say.
They're quite strange, but these Notaswara Sahityam were written by Muthuswami Dikshitar, and he recognized the universality between Western music and Indian music. So the scale is in Carnatic music, Dira Shankara Bharanam. I think that's how you say it. Jaise Rag Bilaval in Hindustani music, and the Western major scale.
Major scale. Yes.
So this song is in Sanskrit. It's called Shamale Minakshi, beautiful Minakshi.
Good.
And you might just recognize the tune as being very similar to Twinkle Twinkle for those of you who know this song in English.
I know that tune because my children sing all the, my grandchildren sing all the.
We all sang it.
Yes. Shamale Meenakshi Sundare Swarasakshi Shankari Guru Guha Samudbhave Shiveva Shamale Meenakshi Sundare Swarasakshi Shankari Guru Guha Samudbhave Shiveva Amaramochani Pankajalochani Padmasanavani Harilakshmi Vinutisham Avishamale Meenakshi Sundare Swarasakshi Shankari Guru Guhasa Mudbhave Shiveva.
Thank you very much, Rosie. Thank you very much.
That was so beautiful.
That was
Thank
absolutely
you so
wonderful.
Very nice.
And we saw a little glimpse of Abhimanoj just on the screen, who is actually owns this channel, and without him we couldn't do all these programs. And also, look, we have gone 20 minutes over the time, and he's still saying, "No, finish the program, carry on." He's enjoying that much. So anyway, we are coming to end, but with the grand finale, one song. We'll just put that song on, and after that, our program will end. And Rosie, Sudipta ji, Sneh, and Rupa ji, if you are all here, just stay. Don't log out of this StreamYard, because after this program, we will just say thank you to you in the private rooms. Thank you. So here is our last clip number 8. Let's go for it.
O rang barse
अरे रंग बरसे भीगे चुनर वाली रंग बरसे ओ 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 रंग बरसे भीगे चुनर वाली रंग बरसे सोने की थाली में झोला परोसा अरे सोने की थाली में हाँ सोने की थाली में झोला परोसा खाए गोरी का यार रंग बरसे रंग बरसे हो रंग बरसे भीगे चुनर वाली रंग बरसे हो रंग बरसे भीगे चुनर वाली रंग बरसे लौंगा इलायची का लौंगा इलायची का बीड़ा लगाया लौंगा इलायची का बीड़ा लगाया लौंगा इलायची का लौंगा इलायची का बीड़ा लगाया जब गोरी का यार रंग बरसे रंग बरसे ओ रंग बरसे भीगे चुनर वाली 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 रंग बरसे पूरी बेला चमेली का सेज बिछाया पूरी बेला चमेली का सेज बिछाया बेला चमेली का सेज बिछाया बेला चमेली का बेला चमेली का सेज बिछाया बेला चमेली का सेज बिछाया ओए गोरी का ओए गोरी का यार रंग बरसे रंग बरसे ओ रंग बरसे भीगे चुनर वाली 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 रंग बरसे रंग बरसे भीगे चुनर वाली रंग बरसे ओ रंग बरसे भीगे चुनर वाली रंग बरसे ओ रंग बरसे भीगे चुनर वाली रंग बरसे ओ रंग बरसे भीगे चुनर वाली रंग बरसे
That was a great great song to finish this program. And स्नेह जी, थैंक यू सो मच कि आपने मेरा बहुत साथ दिया आज के प्रोग्राम में, नहीं तो मेरी आवाज थक जाती है आज। I'm here to give my testimony.
Thank you for having me, Bhaiya. I really enjoyed it.
ओके, तो वो मैसेज मैं पढ़ रहा था, जो इतना बड़ा मैसेज था, चलो वो बाद में पढ़ लेंगे। तो रोदरम क्वायर के सभी मेंबर्स को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। अब सबके इंडिविजुअली नाम तो नहीं हम ले पाए, पर जिसने भी जानने हो वो इंक्वायरी कर सकता है, हम सबके नाम दे सकते हैं। एंड और अभी मनोज जी, थैंक यू वेरी मच, जिन्होंने इस चैनल के जरिए रोदरम क्वायर वालों को आप तक पहुंचाया है। देविंदर लांबा जी, थैंक यू वेरी मच। आप बड़े अच्छे अच्छे आर्टिस्ट को लाते हैं सारे इंडिया से ढूंढ के, पर अनफॉर्चुनेटली इन आर्टिस्ट को तो मैं ढूंढ के लाया हूँ आज। तो credit goes to me.
And thank you from all the Rotherham Sangeet Choir to
You're welcome.
and Manoj ji. Thank you so much.
Okay, so thank you. Bye bye, and we will be back here on Friday with some great artists again. तो उसके लिए हमारी एडवर्टाइजमेंट फ्लायर्स का वेट करें। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
लोकल टू ग्लोबल खबरों के लिए लॉग इन करें palpalindia.com।